What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is me, myself, and a movie, and in this video I'm going to have a Halloween Ends trailer breakdown 2.0, if you will. I'm going to have another look at it because we've had 24 hours to digest it now. I've watched it a ridiculous amount of times, and I've noticed a lot of things that I didn't notice yesterday. And also, I'll be completely honest, I was a little brat yesterday. I threw my toys out of the pram. I didn't like the idea of a copycat killer, and I was just overall very flat about the whole thing. But my excitement has come back that, do you know what, this is an element of the movie. Hopefully it is not the whole focus of the movie and it's just a part of the movie. I can cope with that. If it's the whole focus of the movie and then we get 10 minutes at the end with Michael fighting Laurie, I'm not going to be happy. But the truth of the matter is we just don't know how it's going to play out until we sit our asses in that seat in the theatre. So without any further ado, let's take a deeper dive into Halloween Ends trailer. So I'm going to go frame by frame through the trailer. I've taken stills of each frame and I just want to talk about each of them individually and what I notice. And like I say, I want to be a bit more positive today, and there's so much that I've actually seen that I like. So let's get into it. First of all, the tone of Haddonfield is really good. I love how it's being shot. The whole trailer is shot brilliantly, actually. The lighting, everything, the whole atmosphere is just on point. And I don't talk about the C word on this channel, I never will. But when they mentioned that that would have some involvement in this movie, I think this image kind of tells us what they're trying to say. I think, have you noticed how everybody's kind of separate? Nobody's lumped together. Obviously, you have the family on the right-hand side here, but everybody's kind of separated. So I think what they said about the C word being involved, I think what they were getting at is people are just going to be a bit more isolated. Now, one thing I didn't notice straight away until I watched other people's videos is how reminiscent of Halloween 5 the house is. It does look very similar. It's even red. Now, the big one that everyone's talking about is, of course, the fucking fingers. I don't think we've ever spoke about Michael Myers' fingers so much as we have the past day or two. But I have seen people trying to say that this could still be Michael. Maybe it's just an error. I don't know how anybody can say that this is Michael. This is not a blunder. This is not a fuck up in editing or error in marketing. This is very clearly deliberate. I mean, the lighting, how it changes onto his hand, you know, they want us to see this hand. It's not an accident at all. If you think it is, then, you know, that's obviously your prerogative. You're allowed to think what you want. I'm not going to sit here and say what you should think, but in my mind, there's absolutely no doubt that we've got a copycat killer case on our hands. Whether they actually kill or not, I don't know, but we do know that somebody is dressed up as Michael Myers in this movie. Not only that, but the breathing is very different. Now, I was going to go as far to actually compare the breathing to Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, but I'm not going that deep, guys. I don't think it's Michael. If you think it's a reach, people saying that the breathing is different, then you go back and watch Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, and I'm pretty sure you'll see exactly where I'm coming from. The breathing is very, very different. And also, the build of Michael, and I know you can only see very little of him here, this is very, very deliberately not Michael. Now, this shot of Laurie actually didn't really have any significance to me at first. Obviously, it's a sick shot of her. She looks badass as usual, and she's ready and waiting for whoever that is. But I did think, why is there a pumpkin behind her, and why would she be celebrating Halloween? And the whole house is decorated. And I've actually seen other people talk about it on Twitter, and I don't know, guys. I think perhaps it's just her way of coping. She's probably moved on now and thought, you know what, I've lost enough of my life from Michael Myers. I'm not going to lose anymore, and I'm not having him have that power over me where I can't even have a fucking pumpkin in the house. I definitely think that's what's going on here. I think she's just kind of, even when he's not present in the 4 years, she's fighting back against those memories. He's not having that power over her. Now, in this fight scene in the kitchen, I've even seen people suggest that this is still the imposter Michael. I don't think it is. You can see, again, by the build of him, it is Michael. Also, this guy has super strength. Now, we know Michael is very, very strong. He literally chucks her over that kitchen counter. Now, these shots of the new characters really caught my attention, because if you look carefully, to the left it's a truck. It could be even a bus, I don't know, but I think this character and this character are in the same scene together, and I think it is going to be obviously Michael killing them. because I think this girl here is probably reacting to Michael killing this guy here. I think they're probably two friends. I think he might even be a Mulaney. But yeah, I think if you look carefully as well at the back, you can see headlights. So, and then they're the same lights there, perhaps. And these are just guesses, guys. I'm not saying that I'm 100% right, of course. I've not seen the movie, but I'm just looking at what's here, and that does, to me, look like it is in the same scene. So next, I'm assuming that this is the Corey character. Again, I might be wrong, but he seems to be like on the run here. So I don't know whether he does kill somebody, but then Michael grabs him, and then I think that will be probably it for him. So I think this could be one of the Mulaney's. Now here, Laurie is clearly reacting to something going on outside. You can kind of see a faint blue here in the reflection, in the light. So perhaps it is the scene where the police are there. And Alison also is getting out of her car very abruptly in the middle of the road. So again, I think they're probably reacting to the same thing, that whatever is going on in the street here that the police are running to. Now I find this shot really interesting because Hawkins is looking up. Now I did say that it could possibly be looking up, could possibly be looking up at the house, at the radio tower. But he could just be looking up at the house. I mean, the radio tower, I'm not even sure how close it is to the houses. So I'm kind of debunking my own little prediction there. I think he could just be looking up at the house. There could be 101 things happening. We just don't know. But I think Laurie and Alison in these shots are definitely reacting to whatever the police are dealing with. Now, I'm not sure if this is Corey, but it definitely looks like him. And again, like I just said, in the sewerage, I think he probably does meet his demise by the hands of Michael there. And that could even be him possibly stood over him. It's definitely Michael stood over a victim anyway. Now, again, this is another shot that I feel like gives away a big scene. This is very reminiscent of Cameron's death, how she reacted to seeing Cameron get killed. I think that Alison is definitely witnessing somebody get killed here. Yesterday I did say Laurie, but it might not be Laurie. But now again, this shot with the blue flashing lights through the window, I think, is just going back to what I was saying about the police on the street and them both reacting. Here's another interesting one. So when Michael is stabbing what appears to be something feathery, whether that's a pillow or perhaps a costume, a feathery costume, you can actually see a ring here. Now I've heard people say perhaps it's part of a knife. I'm not a knife expert, I don't know the names of them, but it could be, or it could be someone else, and I'll get to that in a moment. I'll come back to that. Now this is where the real fight begins, I believe, with Laurie and Michael. Now if you look at this shot, you can see Laurie picking up the knife and her sleeves are very tight, but then you look at this shot and they're very loose. And that hand has a ring on it, just like Laurie's does, but the arm doesn't look like the same, the hand doesn't look like the same, and the sleeve doesn't look the same either. So in my mind, I'm thinking, could this hand belong to this person who is wearing a Michael Myers mask? Could this be the imposter again? Now I'm going to end on this image here because I find this one really interesting. It's Laurie screaming down what appears to be a staircase. Now, if you look at that wallpaper in the background, I instantly recognised it. And I recognised it from the staircase in the Myers house in Halloween Kills, in Big John and Little John's house. Now, I really don't know what to think of this because in my mind that's definitely the same staircase, but that's obviously Laurie in present day. I really don't know why she would be in the Myers house in present day. I'm kind of stumped with this one. I can't come up with anything, so let me know in the comments down below because I can't come up with anything why she would be in the Myers house. Unless I'm completely wrong and it is just similar wallpaper, but I don't know, guys. You let me know in the comments because I'm a bit confused with this one because the hair is definitely, as you can see, shoulder length like it is today, present day. So why would she be back at the Myers house? But that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you could please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting the like button, and that bell notification so you don't miss any more Halloween or horror content. That would mean so much to me. Thank you so much. This has been me, myself, and a movie, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.